Welcome everyone to the first episode of A Talk with Wynesons. I'm your host Wynesons, and in this YouTube-only podcast, exclusively on my second channel, Wynesons 2, we're going to be talking about a lot of things in a lot of topics, ranging from health to entertainment to movies to music, and a lot more in the coming days. My schedule is not really defined, so I don't know, I just upload when I want to. Anyways, let's talk about this huge phenomenon that's just affecting everybody else. It's this coronavirus. This virus has affected millions of people throughout the world. I mean, there's like 2 million plus cases already combined globally, and it's affecting economically prosperous states like the United States, the European countries, like of course China, where it came from. There's just a lot of damage that it's done to our lives, and one of the things that it's done to our lives is to give us a lot of boredom for us at home because there's just nothing to do. That's why I am doing this podcast as a way to express myself in this trying times of coronavirus. And of course, this virus, as I said, affects a lot of people. And what do we do? I'm going to talk about on this podcast how to counter the quarantine boredom that's happening to our country. So in the Philippines, there's just a lot of people that want to go out. I mean, Philippines is a traveling nation. It's a nation where a lot of people travel. A lot of people want to go outside to experience the fun of the country to the fullest. They want to go to the malls. They want to go to the parks. So what better way to counter these satisfactions is to actually do it at our home. One of the things I'm doing in my home is like travel on all parts of the home. Kind of explore what things that I have not explored yet in my home and try to do something out of it. There's this one time that I suddenly discovered our warehouse, a little warehouse, and then there's just a lot of unused Pokemon cards there, so I just sort of played it and collected it. I mean, it's really fun because it's a boredom quencher. I mean, you can do stuff if you go to something you've never explored before. You can do a lot of stuff. You can examine it. You can do it. You can maximize the place to the fullest. Maybe even, find some treasures along the way. Another thing when you're bored is to, I guess, watch Netflix or a cable provider. There's a lot of movies out there that it's still untapped, still hasn't been watched. So I suggest you watch some movies. I mean, that's good for your entertainment side. I mean, it makes you laugh or it makes you cry, depending on the movie or series you're gonna watch. I mean, it's a win-win for us, right? So I suggest you doing that. I mean, there's nothing to lose. I mean, there's a lot of collections available on Netflix, or if you're a wrestling fan, WWE Network, or like Crunchyroll if you're an anime fan, or even your cable television if you have one. There's a lot of content. There's a lot of series, films, documentaries, comedy shows, and more that you haven't watched yet, and you suddenly want to wish, oh man, I wish I have watched it like a couple of years ago. But now you can do, because you have time to do that, to do those things. I mean, it's great to see you explore some new movies, And one thing that I really want to do with quarantine is to spend a lot more time with my dogs. I mean, my dogs are also bored. I mean, your dogs are also bored because they cannot go outside, they cannot walk outside because there's no one to walk them, because everyone's just in their homes. I mean, you're not the only one who needs love and activities this quarantine. Your dogs also do. So I do suggest that you have a lot of activities with them. I mean, you can pet them or belly rub them or just play with them. I mean, I think it's a win for your dog and a win for you, because I think it's a good point between two different points of view. I mean, you win, the dog wins, everybody is happy, right? So that's another good way of spending quarantine boredom in your house. I mean, it's just easy. You can literally do anything in any place that you are in. You can explore your house. You can garden outside. And oh, by the way, I want to add the gardening thing. There's a lot of trend right now, especially in my country. One senator in our country decided to give free seeds for anyone who's interested in gardening. While I do think she should have just donated like fruits and vegetables or relief goods. I mean, if you thought of it as a long-term proposition, I think it's good, because you quench your boredom by checking on your plants every day, watering them, digging up soils for them to live. And in the end, you're gonna benefit from it, because there's a lot of rich fruits and vegetables waiting to be eaten, waiting to be cooked for your own good. So I think that's a really good idea also. So not a bad thing though. Definitely not a bad thing. And of course, the number one way we spend our free time is to look at social media, look at funny cat videos, look at goofy comedic fails or something like that. You can do a lot in your computer and your phone. You can start a podcast just like me. I mean, that's not essentially a bad thing, because you're bored and you want to do something while at home. I mean, I think it's great also that you start socializing with your social media. I mean, meet some new friends along the way. Maybe even meet the one you truly love. Well, for others, yeah, they do actually meet them through social media. A lot of stories that, they met on social media, and then they become good friends, and they marry. It's really fun to see those. But yeah, my point stands that you should also spend your time socializing with others, whether it's on social media actually, or in your neighborhood. I mean, if you have some people that you haven't talked with in your neighborhood, why not talk to them? I mean, who knows what conversations might they add in your life? Who knows when one day it's actually going to be your best friend or your best buddy or someone that will care for you the truly. So I think that's also a good idea. So yeah, one of the things that you can do with quarantine. So as I said, do the following. You can garden. Of course, you can socialize with others. You can check your social media. You can play board games. You can watch a lot of films. I mean, there's a ton of things to do in your quarantine. So if you're already tired of going outside, I think this is the time for you to spend most of your activities on the inside. So yeah, that's I think it's a great lifestyle change for the meantime while you're at home doing nothing. So yeah, and those are the tips, or those are the things that I recommend you do in the quarantine times, in the enhanced community quarantine. So that will be it for the pilot episode of A Talk with Wynesons. Tune in again for the next episode of A Talk with Wynesons. I'm your host, Wynesons. Well, I'll see you later, guys. Have fun. Epic stay frosty. Also, subscribe to Wynesons and Wynesons too. Goodbye.